Hey everybody, this is Bioshock722, and it has been a very long time since I've uploaded a video of the garden. In fact, I skipped an entire season of gardening. As in, like, we had lettuce and spinach, and it was big plants, probably boom, boom, boom. It was like real big. We had rows. We had a kind of tent over it with a clear plastic to keep out the frost and to keep the plants decently warmed up, you know. So sorry for that. Eventually I may post a video with some advice for the fall gardening program that some people are maybe doing. But let bygones be bygones, you know. Happened a long time ago and can't get over that. So today I'm actually just going to first episode of the Entangled garden. You have no idea how many times I've tried to film this first episode. Actually, I've come out here, tried to film it like 4 times now. Just this time is the time I'm going to upload it. So let's start over here. How y'all doing? Alright, so this year my brother and I have decided to grow some beans and peas. Look at the peas. So we got the beans right here. We actually pretty nice. They feel really good. I kind of actually like that. Look at me fondling the plants. So the beans, they're gonna grow really tall. They're gonna be about right here, maybe. Guessing the specific species will grow that tall. We have many kinds of cages that we can put right along this line that we have going right here. And that way the peas and the beans will both grow onto this the cage. I actually have this cage that I am speaking of right here. You see? And I'll just put that in there whenever it's ready. So with the beans and the beans and the peas, those are going to be awesome. The peas are probably going to get just about the same height as the beans. Excited to see that happen. So the way that we decided to do this was we have the low plants to the inside the ground, the rooted plants and all that. We have those right there, and we have the bushy plants right in the middle, and then we have the tall plants. So it'd be like short, medium, and tall. You know what I mean? So we got these peppers. These are bell peppers, and so something that I noticed with some of them is their leaves are starting to become squirrely and rough, or not really rough, but bumpy and kind of tarted. So probably gonna need to get some calcium or something in the soil. I have a book that will help me out there. We have 4 of them. This one right here, our dog got in the garden and started to tear up all the soil that we had over here. And there was an entire hole right there where the carrots used to be. Poor things. And there was a hole over there, and one of the beans was actually right there in this little hole area you can see. It was right there, but it was damaged beyond repair. So this guy was actually dug out and put right here. He was just laying down. So we tried to put him back in his original spot, and it's not dead. And it looks like he's actually going to recover. If you look at the top section of leaves, they're really nice, and he will live. These bottom leaves may look dead, maybe they are, but these top leaves, these are his future, and they will live on. So we got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. moving on to the tomatoes. Alright, we have 3 tomatoes. We planted these just as the season turned from winter to spring. So we have these guys. These guys, they were all grown from seed. All these are grown from seed. They got some nice stems, looking real good. I think these are, forgive me if I'm wrong, Big Bertha and, oh gosh, I think Roma. And this guy right here, he was transplanted in a particularly cold day, which I should have known better than to do. And he also, we put those sticks there to kind of keep him up, have something to lean against if the wind blew. So, like the peppers, he has green leaves right there. That will be helping him out later on. And so we got those 2, homegrown from seed. Actually these 3, homegrown from seed. And then we have this big guy that I actually transplanted today. He's looking kind of sad. Transplants need a lot of water, and I made the mistake of not watering immediately after I transplanted him. I got sidetracked, but that won't happen again. So I watered him probably 20 minutes after we did the transplant, and 20 minutes makes a big difference, honestly. So make sure you water immediately after you do it, and water pretty good for the next, I'll say 2 days. It could be more depending on what plants you have and their hardiness. So, alright, so while I was talking about the tomatoes, my brother found a sprout that has sprouted up. Ike, would you mind showing me again? Oh yes, wait, yes. Alright, so this whole thing, that is an onion, and it will be going, it will shoot up like that, and the bulb will get bigger, and it will end up like that onion. We got this entire area right here is to be onions. That area over there was planted a little bit earlier, like maybe a week earlier.
Explain about the big onion.
So yeah, this entire area right here be like the fields. So the big onion was actually an onion. Oh, funny story actually. Alright, so we had a giant compost bin right here, which we turned into a mint garden. I will get to that in other video.
Part 2.
Yeah. Be like a big container of compost. We put a lot of compost in that thing and in this thing. So we found an onion growing inside of the compost bin, which is now broke. My dad broke it. So my dad actually put it right about here. And I told him it's an invasive species because this section over here is for the really tall growing plants, and the sun rises from right over there. So these will be casting a shadow going that way. No, I'm sorry, it sets from over there. So we picked it up, we moved it to right there where the onions were to be, and it has actually grown pretty big. This entire thing was underground at one point, but it grew pretty big, pretty quick. These grounds are actually pretty good for onions. A lot of people don't have such success with their onions to the extent and the quickness that we have our onions, you know.
Remember, we spent a couple $100 on really good soil.
Yeah, we spent a couple $100 on soil and equipment for this. So the soil that we have is pretty shitty, as in it is real hard clay. Plants can't get their roots into it very much.
And that's why we bought all this soil.
And yeah, that's why we bought all this soil. So my brother right now is just weeding around the plants. We've actually had a problem with what's it called? Fire ants. We've had a problem with fire ants, and sadly we've used pesticide, as you can see right here. This is just some powder. I really dislike using this powder, but it's gotten to the point where it's like really bad. So if you're still watching after 10 minutes, congratulations. You've made it through most of the video. There's just one little bit. So we're gonna have some fun. Alright, so imagine when these are all grown up. Last year the peppers were really bushy. The tomatoes last year, they were really kind of bushy, you know. So with that being that, these are going to grow bushy, these are going to grow bushy, those are going to grow tall and bushy on like a wall of cage. So we have decided, as a measure against pests, to order praying mantises, as in those little guys with the little hands. They go like this and they catch their prey. The little hands. So those are going to be kind of fun, kind of entertaining. Actually pretty excited. They're going to be in the mail pretty soon. We ordered a pack of 200 eggs. It's actually like this little cocoon that kind of looks like a little wasp nest, and we have to like hang it from probably the string or this cage, and they'll hatch when it gets warmer. So that'll be kind of fun adventure to do. So I'm going to end this video at 12 minutes and 55 seconds. This is Bioshock 722. I am here to stay, and this new garden, the Entangled garden, will be awesome. Thank you for watching.